Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the AAS YouTube channel. And this is part of the great stuff. This is part of the good stuff. This is the AAS Journal Author Series. And I am delighted to have Naila Martinez with us today. Hello, Naila.
Hello, Frank. How are you?
I am doing well on this August 26th of 2025 as we record this. Let's see. We just had one of our major weather events roll through Phoenix, Arizona last night. They're called haboobs, and it's a very large dust storm. It's like a huge cloud of dust that just rolls through. So
Yeah,
everything gets a good coating of red dust. And after the dust cloud passes, there's usually lots of lightning and thunder and rain and all that kind of good stuff. So it's quite a mess this morning. I have to clean up.
yeah, I guess.
Naila, what's your geolocation? Where are you at?
I'm in Buenos Aires city in Argentina
Cool.
at the Institute of Astronomy and Space Physics,
Very,
where I work.
very nice. Let's see. And how is winter in the Southern Hemisphere in Buenos Aires?
Yeah, we are leaving most of the winter behind.
Okay,
We are heading to a lovely, lovely spring.
awesome.
And, there's still a little bit of chill in the mornings. But
Some of the
now, it's 1 p.m. and it's completely sunny and warm. It's just precious.
are the trees starting to bloom? Are the flowers coming up?
Yeah, yeah, kind of it. Yeah, yeah.
Very cool. Very nice. And Naila, what do you like to do for research?
Well, I like to use observations of telescopes to investigate the chemistry of hot molecular cores, associated with the formation of high mass stars.
Cool. Very nice.
Yeah.
And that is going to bring us to this very awesome research note. It is open access. It's the open access era, people. You can go grab a copy for free. Go get one. Sulfur chemistry in early star-forming cores, a non-LTE analysis of SO2 and SO. And Nalia, take us away.
Well, thanks, Frank. I just wanted to do a big shout out first to my co-authors. I would like to mention first Dr. Sergio Peron, which is my thesis supervisor
Cool.
here at the Institute. And of course, Dr. Ortega and then Dr. Petriella. They are really valuable members of our research team.
Great.
And of course, I wanted to give a big shout out to Agustina, Macarena, Camila, and Tamara,
Mm-hmm.
which are participants of our citizen science project.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
And yeah, yeah, they did a big, wonderful job by screening and identifying molecular lines
Nice.
in a lot of spectra in a lot of sources so we can work with them later. So
Very nice. Great shout out. Great shout out. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it.
yeah, Frank, this is a research note that delves into the behavior of the sulfur varying molecules
Okay.
on a specifically early star forming regions. So this is an important complement for a more extensive work that we published in 2024.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So the main motivation for this work, and which is a central topic of my PhD research right now, the motivation comes from a pretty significant, like long-term astrochemistry puzzle,
Mm-hmm.
which is called the sulfur depletion problem.
Okay.
So let's look when we know that the sulfur is like the 10th most abundant element in the universe,
Okay.
but when we look for it in the stars in dense star forming regions,
Mm-hmm.
um, we see that it's mostly missing from the gas phase. Then it's most missing than what we expect in the diffuse regions. So that obviously raises a big question,
Where
where
did it
is
go?
the sulfur? And the leading hypothesis right now is not it's not it's not actually gone, but we believe that most of it is frozen onto the icy mantles of the grain dust.
Uh-huh.
But the problem with that is that when we look for it in the solid phase, we only manage to detect a couple of species like carbonyl sulfide or hydrogen sulfide.
Okay.
Uh, it's like two or three species at most. And for those molecules that we do detect in the gas phase, it happens that they require a lot of energy to be formed
Yeah.
in the gas phase.
Mm-hmm.
And the truth is that energy is larger than what you would expect to find in really cold regions.
Okay.
So we're
Mm-hmm.
trying to gather more data on these key species
Okay.
to try to figure out what's happening with the sulfur in these environments and trying to better understand what's the underlying chemistry.
Okay.
So let me comment briefly that in 2024, we first investigated a larger sample of molecules.
Uh-huh.
You know, they are presented. There's like sulfur nitride, a couple of sulfur oxides,
Yes.
thioformaldehyde, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, now in 2025, we decided to narrow our focus only by looking on sulfur oxide, I mean
Okay.
sulfur monoxide, and sulfur dioxide. So you might wondering why just these two
That's
molecules
that's a good
now.
question.
Well, the truth is that it's an interesting line because these two molecules actually, if we look at the fractional abundances of these two molecules,
Okay.
uh, it has been proposed to be a chemical clock. The ratio between these abundances
Okay.
is proposed to be a chemical clock. So
Okay.
that's really important for us because in the astrochemical context, a chemical clock refers to this ratio of fractional abundances that can be used to infer the evolutionary stage of a molecular core.
Cool. Okay.
So we chose them, uh, and we decide, okay, so where are we going to look for these molecules?
Mm-hmm.
So naturally, the target of our region of our research were 37 dense molecular cores where we looked these molecules in it.
Uh-huh.
These cores are embedded in clamps. Okay,
Uh-huh.
these parent clamps are really massive, are infrared quiet
Okay.
clamps, and they were identified by the Atlas Sky survey. And we use it because um, it's it's thought to be that they are in a really early stages of the star formations,
Yeah.
and that's where we are interested about because it's right there when we think that this complex chemistry begins to activate.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm with you.
So
I'm with you. Mm-hmm.
in last year work, uh, we found a really interesting trend that say that the abundance of these sulfur-bearing molecules increase with the increase of the temperature of the region.
Okay.
That was a really good conclusion of that work. But the truth is that that study was performed under the so-called LTE assumption. I mean, the local thermodynamic equilibrium assumption,
Good.
which is a useful simplification
Yes.
It provides a reliable first approximation to the physical parameters of the system
Good.
without the need of further and complex calculation.
Yes.
That was right, but deep down, we know that if we wanted to get a more accurate physical picture
Oh, good equation.
here, the truth is that, maybe a non-LTE analysis
Yes.
is better. Is better. Often is better to be carried. So
Very good.
the main goal of this follow-up study right now
Uh-huh.
was to review those two molecules, the sulfur monoxide and the sulfur dioxide,
Yep.
under a non-LTE method,
Nice.
and to kind of a double check to 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 see if those trends that we found before in 2024 still holds up under this more rigorous analysis.
Good. I'm with you. Good. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, moving on a little bit to the data and the procedure,
Mm-hmm.
we used um,
Ooh,
we used the Science Archive of the ALMA interferometer,
yes.
yeah, the Atacama Large Millimeter Array, which is located in Chile.
Mm-hmm.
And we use archival data around the band 7, which lies from 270 to 370 gigahertz,
Okay.
sort of that, approximately.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we use, as I said before, the sample of 37 cold clumps in which we identify from it the chords.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we then grab the spectra and identify in the spectra of each one of these 37 cores or two molecular line emissions.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Yes.
Yes, I'm with you.
And then we applied Gaussian fits to the spectral lines
Okay.
to recover fundamental parameters like line intensity, like the full width, the half maximum,
Yes.
kind of that, because those were our parameters, our main parameters
Mm-hmm.
to the calculation.
You got it. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So before that, before we can do it, we need to know what the temperature of the regions were. We had a lot
Yes.
of regions. We need to know what the temperature was in each one.
Uh-huh.
So to do that, we select two well-identified lines of methanol, and with them we applied a typical rotational diagram procedure
Mm-hmm.
to estimate the kinetic temperature
Yes.
of each one of these regions.
Okay.
So to now, with the line parameters and the temperatures in hand, to derive the column densities and later the abundances, we use a code. That's right, we use a code. It's the radix code,
Mm-hmm.
and we also assume a typical volume density of 10 to the 6 particles per centimeter cubical.
Yep.
And we use the code, we use all those inputs and let them run to estimate final column densities.
Very.
And as in 2024, we already have derived the column density of hydrogen 2
Mm-hmm.
by doing the division among them. We eventually had the molecular abundance of
Cool.
each molecule.
Very nice. I'm with you.
So moving on a little bit more to the results now, the main takeaway is that the comparison between the LTE methods and the non-LTE analysis are in
Hmm.
very quite agreement. So let
Neat.
me talk about the figure one, the panel A and
Okay.
B.
Okay.
They show the direct comparison
Okay.
of the abundances under both methods. You could see that there is a strongly agreement for the abundance of the sulfur dioxide
Yes.
here in panel B.
Yeah. Sulfur dioxide is really good. That's that's
Yeah,
great. That's really tight trend.
and yeah, and you know, but when we look for the sulfur monoxide,
Hmm.
we can see a little bit of
A little bit more scatter.
scatter. There's some outlier points. I mean,
Hmm.
in generally, it's a good trend. It's
Hmm.
a good correlation. But yeah, it would be interesting to dig deeper into those sources that present
Yes.
the outliers.
Yes.
So, and then in panel C, what we see is the fractional abundances of these two molecules on both, under both conditions,
Uh,
the radix, non-LTE, and the LTE.
uh-huh. I'm with
And of course, they show a good agreement between them. But we particularly note that
you.
for the colder cores, you know, we are working in a range of temperature between 20 Kelvin and 100 Kelvin.
Uh-huh.
So for colder cores, we notice that the LTE calculation yields slightly larger fractional abundances than the
Yes.
radix core.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something that we are discussing about,
Okay.
actually,
Okay.
trying to explain that.
Mm-hmm.
And in panel B, here is, I believe that here goes to the heart of our previous work in 2024,
Okay.
because um, although there's a little bit of scatter,
Okay.
yeah,
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
especially compared to what we see in 2024, but we are still seeing the same trend,
Mm-hmm.
which is an increasing of the abundances of these two molecules
Yes.
with the increasing of the temperature.
Yes. Okay.
So that really suggests or reinforce this hypothesis that we had that these molecules are in the icy mantles,
Cool.
frozen, and as the core heats up, they are released into the gas phase.
Cool.
So that would probably um, tell us something about the mechanism of formation
Mm-hmm.
among them and how are they related in the regions.
Yes.
So
Hence a clock.
that's yeah, yeah. We're still one main conclusion um, is that yeah, we are still seeing under non-LTE conditions that this assumption holds that we are looking for a chemical clock.
Right. I'm with you. Very.
But the truth is since they're both in quite agreement, both parts, both methods, the LTE and the non-LTE, well, maybe another takeaway, an important takeaway, is to say, hey, maybe for future studies of these sulfur molecules on these really early stages and on this regime of temperature, maybe there, you know, the LTE approximation and all the calculations that we done, it's a reliable tool. So if
Yes.
one wants to use it again.
Yes. That is a
So
great
yeah,
verification. Yes. Mm-hmm.
that's right.
Very good. Very good.
So that was, you know, kind of to wrap it up. We are still seeing a chemical clock between these two species. Uh, and of course, we wanted to dig a little deeper into why the scatter
Yes. Very
or
good.
outliers.
Uh,
Let's see. But yes, right now for a concluding remark here in this work is that yes, let's say that LTE and non-LTE analysis, they're both produce very similar results
yes.
in these regions.
Very good. Very cool.
Sure, sure.
Very good.
It's an important to take it into account,
Yeah.
especially for future study, which is a main topic right now in the astrochemistry, how the sulfur behaves. So I hope that this can help to others researchers and other students to do their calculation and their investigation.
Very good. Very good. Beautiful work. Beautiful work, Nalia. Very good. So Nalia, thank you so much again for walking us through your very awesome research note. Very good.
Thank you.
Sure. And you kind of touched on it a little bit as we went on through, and particularly toward the end there, and on sort of, where do we go from here given the published article? Are there additional chemical elements one might want to look at? Are there additional cores? Perhaps there's some other wavelengths. And just where do you think we go from here, given the your published 2024 article in this research?
Yeah, we have a couple of clear next steps. To immediately address would be, yeah, of course, to talk about, to investigate deeper those outlier points
Yes.
in the sulfur monoxide that didn't match up between both methods. Of course, we wanted to look specifically for the sources and try to understand what are the physical conditions behind of that deviations.
Yes.
And, to looking into the bigger picture, we are currently working with another sample, of
Okay.
course, which is a more evolved course than the
Ah,
ones that we presented here.
okay.
These are very young course.
Okay.
So now we are trying to apply the same analysis to this new sample, in order to see if this trend, specifically the relationship with the temperature and the chemical clock idea, still holds true under a new evolutionary
Cool.
difference.
Uh-huh. Very nice. Well, that'll be really exciting going forward to see this develop and see what you find on those cooler cores. And
Thanks, Frank. Just
I'll touch on a point. You mentioned that you're doing your PhD thesis. So when do you anticipate graduating?
around December 2026, I believe. Oh,
Close,
one
close,
year.
close. Well,
Yeah.
let me be the first then to congratulate you, Dr. Martinez.
Thank you. Thank you.
You bet.
And Frank, just let me comment briefly. This research note actually came from the work that we present in our local astronomy meeting. It's
Cool.
it's a it's an annual meeting that we have in our community.
Yes.
We all participate in the Argentine Astronomy Association.
Mhm.
So this work was presented there in a poster format, and now has reached to the research note.
Yes, that is a
So
that is a wonderful trajectory to go from a poster in a meeting to a research note. Absolutely.
yes,
Very good.
okay.
All right. That'll do, everyone, and I hope this made your sulfur astronomy day just a little bit better, and we will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.